Arsenal shock transfer news. Vinicius Jr and Bruno Guimarães deals explode. Huge double transfer. Bombshell. Welcome back to Arsenal Fans Focus Media, your home for the latest Arsenal transfer news, breaking updates, transfer rumours, dramatic transfer stories, and everything happening around the Gunners. Arsenal fans, the transfer window has suddenly exploded with two of the biggest names in world football entering the conversation. Vinicius Jr, Bruno Guimarães. Two superstars, two world-class players, two potential transfer stories that could completely change the future of Arsenal. Could the Gunners really make a shocking move for Vinicius Jr? Could Bruno Guimarães finally become the midfield powerhouse Arsenal have been searching for? And could these two deals represent the biggest transfer ambition of the Mikel Arteta era? The excitement is growing rapidly. But before we continue, it is important to remember that transfer rumours can change quickly. Unless Arsenal or the players' clubs officially confirm a transfer, supporters should treat these stories as developing reports and speculation. However, the possibility of Vinicius Jr and Bruno Guimarães being linked with Arsenal is enough to create a massive conversation among Gunners supporters. Vinicius Jr. The dream transfer. Imagine Vinicius Jr wearing the famous Arsenal red and white shirt. The thought alone is enough to make supporters dream. Vinicius is one of the most exciting attacking players in world football. He has incredible pace. He can attack defenders. He can create chances. He can score important goals. And he has the ability to change a match in a single moment. Arsenal already have one of the most exciting attacks in the Premier League. Bukayo Saka is a superstar. Gabriel Martinelli brings speed and directness. The Gunners have talented forwards and creative midfielders, but adding a player of Vinicius Jr.'s quality would take the attack to another level. Imagine Vinicius on one side, Bukayo Saka on the other, Martin Ødegaard creating chances in midfield, Declan Rice controlling the centre of the pitch. The possibilities would be absolutely incredible. Vinicius Jr and Bukayo Saka match. The score is level. The opposition is defending. Vinicius receives the ball. The defender moves towards him. Vinicius accelerates. The crowd begins to rise. He beats the defender. He enters the penalty area. Saka is arriving on the opposite side. Ødegaard is waiting outside the box. Vinicius creates space. He delivers the ball. Goal! The Emirates explodes. That is the type of football moment Arsenal fans dream about. A world-class player creating magic on the biggest stage. Bruno Guimarães, the midfield warrior. While Vinicius Jr could transform the attack, Bruno Guimarães could transform the midfield. The Brazilian midfielder is one of the most respected players in the Premier League. He brings technical quality. He brings energy. He brings intelligence, he brings aggression, he brings leadership, and he has experience playing at the highest level of English football. Arsenal already have Declan Rice, they have Martin Ødegaard, they have Mikel Merino. But Bruno could add something different. He can control the rhythm of a match, he can receive the ball under pressure, he can make difficult passes, he can win challenges. He can help build attacks, and he can bring personality to the midfield. For a team competing for major trophies, these qualities are extremely valuable. Bruno Guimarães and Declan Rice. Imagine Arsenal's midfield with Bruno Guimarães and Declan Rice playing together. Rice brings power, Rice brings defensive strength, Rice brings energy, Bruno brings control, Bruno brings technical quality, Bruno brings intensity. Together they could give Arsenal an extremely powerful midfield combination. Imagine Arsenal playing against a top European team. The opposition presses aggressively. Bruno receives the ball. He turns away from pressure. He finds Rice. Rice moves forward. Ødegaard receives the ball between the lines. The attack begins. Saka and Vinicius start moving. Suddenly, Arsenal have threats everywhere. This is the type of football that could make the Gunners incredibly difficult to stop. Why Arsenal could want Bruno. Arsenal are competing in multiple competitions. The Premier League is demanding. The Champions League is extremely difficult. Domestic cups add even more matches. That means squad depth is essential. A team cannot rely on only 11 players. Players can become tired, injuries can happen, suspensions can happen. The best clubs need quality across every position. Bruno Guimarães could provide Arsenal with another elite midfield option. He could compete for a starting place. He could rotate with other midfielders. He could play in different tactical systems. And in the biggest matches, his experience could be extremely valuable. The possible double transfer dream. Now imagine the impossible dream. Arsenal sign Vinicius Jr., Arsenal sign Bruno Guimarães. One player transforms the attack. One player strengthens the midfield. The Gunners add experience. The Gunners add quality. The Gunners add superstar power. This would send a massive message to the Premier League. Arsenal would be saying, "We are not here simply to compete. We are here to win. We are here to challenge for every major trophy. We are here to become one of the biggest clubs in world football." Of course, completing deals for players of this quality would be extremely difficult. The financial demands would be huge. The competition from other clubs would be intense, and the players' current clubs would have their own plans. But football is full of surprises. Transfer windows can change everything. The financial challenge. A potential double deal involving Vinicius Jr. and Bruno Guimarães would require enormous investment. Both players are high-profile stars. Both players would likely command significant transfer fees. Both would attract interest from other major European clubs. Arsenal would need to make a huge financial commitment, but the modern transfer market is increasingly expensive. Elite players command enormous fees. Clubs competing for the Premier League and Champions League must be prepared to invest in quality. The question would be simple. Would Arsenal believe these two players could help deliver trophies? If the answer is yes, the club could potentially consider a massive transfer strategy. Mikel Arteta's dream team. Mikel Arteta has spent years building Arsenal into a serious title contender. That is an incredible amount of attacking quality. Arteta could choose different players for different matches. Against a team that defends high, Arsenal could use pace. Against a team that defends deeply, Arsenal could use creativity. Against a physical team, Arsenal could use power and movement. The more options Arsenal have, the more difficult they become to defend. Could these deals help Arsenal win trophies? This is the most important question. Transfers create excitement, but trophies are the ultimate goal. Arsenal fans want the Premier League title. They want Champions League glory. They want unforgettable nights. Vinicius Jr. could provide moments of magic. Bruno Guimarães could provide control in difficult matches. But football is a team sport. No single transfer guarantees success. The players must adapt. The manager must create the right system. The squad must stay united, and the team must perform under pressure. That is the real challenge. The big question for Arsenal fans. Would you sign Vinicius Jr.? Would you sign Bruno Guimarães? Would you try to sign both? Could Vinicius Jr. and Bukayo Saka become the most dangerous wing partnership in the Premier League? Could Bruno Guimarães and Declan Rice dominate the midfield? Could Arsenal finally build a squad capable of winning every major trophy? These are the questions being discussed by Arsenal supporters around the world. Some fans would see Vinicius as the ultimate attacking signing. Others would believe Bruno is the priority. Some supporters would dream of both, and that is what makes the transfer window so exciting. Every rumour creates a new possibility, every report creates a new debate, and every official announcement can change everything. Final message. The latest Arsenal transfer stories involving Vinicius Jr. and Bruno Guimarães have created huge excitement among Gunners supporters. Vinicius Jr. could bring explosive pace, creativity, goals and world-class attacking quality. Bruno Guimarães could bring leadership, technical quality, midfield control and Premier League experience. Together they would represent an incredible transfer. Could that superstar be Vinicius Jr.? Could Bruno Guimarães become the next midfield leader? Could Arsenal complete one of the biggest double transfers in football? Only time will tell. Now we want to hear from you, Gunners. Would you sign Vinicius Jr.? Would you sign Bruno Guimarães? Should Arsenal try to sign both? Could Vinicius Jr and Bukayo Saka become the best wing partnership in Europe? Could Bruno Guimarães transform Arsenal's midfield? Share your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this massive Arsenal transfer update, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Arsenal Fans Focus Media, and turn on the notification bell for the latest Arsenal transfer news, breaking updates, transfer rumours, player analysis, and exclusive Gunners content. Thank you for watching. Come on, you Gunners, Arsenal Fans Focus Media, where every transfer dream becomes a story.